Time now for Consumer Confidential with KTLA 5's David Lazarus.
Good to see you. We're talking about worker productivity being down.
And this is really interesting. I mean, one of the things about the pandemic that people might not think about is during those 2 years or more that people were working from home, productivity actually went up. Why is that? Well, maybe workers were happier. Maybe they were just working harder to impress their faraway bosses. Whatever the reason, productivity did not suffer during the pandemic. But now, especially as people are starting to return to the office, whether voluntarily or otherwise, guess what's happening? Productivity is down, way down. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, productivity during the first half of this year fell by the sharpest rate since the 1940s. And now economists are trying to figure out why this is. Well, I offer some theories at ktla.com, so you should go to the website and check out that post. But in a nutshell, it could be that just workers are signaling to their employers that they're dissatisfied with the current status quo as we come out of the pandemic. It could be that workers who went above and beyond prior to the pandemic are now just meeting expectations. Workers who simply met expectations prior to the pandemic are now just phoning it in. Whatever it is, we're seeing productivity drop. Is this a worker problem or a manager problem? I'd argue that if you want a productive workplace, the onus is on managers to create a positive, satisfying experience that workers respond to. Are we there yet? We will see.
All right, speaking of productivity, Ford giving underperforming corporate workers an ultimatum.
Speaking of positive, satisfying workplaces, I would say this doesn't quite qualify. The word from the Wall Street Journal, which is apparently seen the internal documents, Ford Motor Company is now telling its underachieving workers you can either accept a severance packet and hit the road or submit to up to 6 weeks of re-education, or as Ford calls it, performance enhancement training. Wow, that's a pretty tough choice here. Apparently Ford is targeting workers who have been there for 8 years or more. It's not clear how they're determining who's underachieving and who isn't, but they've got a little list and they're checking it twice, and now they're making this offer. And just as in case this wasn't ugly enough to begin with, Ford is also telling workers, even if you go through the remedial training and then don't improve, you will be fired without the severance payment that you could have gotten if you had taken that at the front end. As we were talking about just a moment ago, a positive, satisfying workplace, it seems like it's important to get people motivated. Is this the right way to motivate people? I'm not sure. Clearly, Ford, every other employer, has a right to treat their workers as they wish. Moreover, they have every right to try to weed out and winnow out the underperforming workers. But is this the right and most humane way to do it? I'll leave that to others to decide.
All right, and now we're talking about a bank that is setting up a direct deposit between renters and landlords. Pretty creative, but seems like it would already exist.
Yes, but there's another question too, and that is, are renters going to embrace this? JP Morgan Chase is now rolling out a platform that's intended to facilitate online rental payments. Now, in case you were wondering, according to Chase, more than 3/4 of monthly rental payments are still made via paper checks or money orders. So even though some people might be using already online transactions, it's not the medium of choice for the majority of the rental payments, and now Chase says they have a solution. All right, it's easy to see how this is going to benefit landlords who will have the benefits of an automated system and also automated processing and payroll and all the bookkeeping that comes along with it. The question here is, what do renters get out of it? Now, you won't need to be a Chase customer to take advantage of this, so I'm not sure who pays for this. I'm guessing it has to come out of the landlord's end, but I'm not sure. Moreover, about $500 billion worth of rental payments are processed every single year. What is Chase going to do with that money as it's moving through its system? Until it becomes clearer who gets the money, who benefits, and where the profit lies, I would advise renters, be careful with this.
Oh, that's a good point. All right, great. And we'll see you at 1 o'clock.
You bet.